Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Frequency Friday. I'm your host, Christine Marcario, spiritual life coach and manifestation mentor. And today, I want to share a string of synchronicities that have unfolded over the last few weeks. This is one of those times when the universe just keeps confirming again and again that it's always listening, and that energy truly speaks louder than words. Let's go back to October 20th. I went to my friend for a Reiki session, and while I was on her table, she told me something that really stuck. Your spirit guides are telling me that you talk to the angels more than you talk to them. They'd like you to speak to them more. That message hit me. It reminded me of another time during one of my mediumship classes when my grandfather had come through and said, "You always talk to my wife," my Nana, "but you forget I am here too." Oh, I thought. I never really thought to connect to him. It barely crossed my mind, so for a while I was a little more conscientious, but as you know, my Nana is my girl. So after that Reiki session, I made a conscious effort to start communicating more with my spirit guides. Not just calling on the archangels, but building that deeper connection with my team. Then on October 29th, I recorded an amazing podcast episode with my podcast sister, Celeste Didona. If you haven't listened to Tuesday, November 4th's episode yet, definitely go back and check it out. It was such an authentic, heart-centered conversation, and I really enjoyed Celeste's energy. The next morning, I woke up and noticed that the oracle card sitting face up on my nightstand said, Celeste. I was like, that's weird. I had to laugh because I was also scheduled to be a guest on her podcast later that week. Talk about alignment and divine timing. The following day, I was chatting with my neighbor about Halloween. We were talking about what the kids were going to be. She had mentioned that her daughter kept changing her mind and at one point wanted to be a Savannah Bananas baseball player. I had no idea what that was besides the fact that I knew it had something to do with baseball. I didn't think of it much after that. But then a few days later, when I was doing a distance Reiki session, I felt the urge to write down Savannah Bananas. Part of me thought, this is probably wrong, maybe even a little crazy. But my mediumship teacher, Willa White, always taught us, share what comes through, even if it doesn't make logical sense to you. So I did. Later, when my client gave me feedback, she told me she's been watching the Savannah Bananas lately because they make her laugh. She was so glad that I had shared that with her. I told her I almost didn't share it, but that moment reminded me why we trust what comes through. You see, the messages always land where they're meant to. Fast forward to a treat for myself. I went to a Samhain event where my friend read the tarot cards that I pulled. She told me that I would be birthing something new out of love, something that wasn't even on my radar yet. At this point, I'm like, all right, I already have so many ideas, like what more could this be? And I was like, it's probably going to take time to figure this out. No, it sure did not. Literally the very next day, I sat down with my journal for my morning meeting, and just like that, an idea flowed right through me. It felt so aligned, like it came straight from my higher self. I was in such gratitude. A few days later, during a one-on-one coaching session, I shared the idea with my coach. She looked at me and said, "Do you notice how lit up you are when you talk about this?" She was right. My energy completely shifted from what I was trying to come up with to what my new idea is. It was pure confirmation that I am on the right path. During another coaching session with someone else, another message came through, something that had been tugging at my awareness for days, if not weeks. The message was to stop comparing yourself to others and to their journeys. And also to realize that just because I can easily do something that someone else does doesn't mean that it's my path. That landed really deeply. And not just for me, but for the people I held space for during my full moon meditation this week. It kept coming through, and I just needed to share it and express it. And the feedback that I received was that it was also needed to be heard by at least one of the women that were on the call with me. Thinking about it now, it feels like Spirit was using that reflection to remind all of us to stay grounded in our own unique light. Circling back to my full moon meditation, I normally call in the archangels during that time. And when I was rereading my script during my prep time, I realized I had completely forgotten to include them. I had advertised that I would be working with them, and I always do. And then suddenly it dawned on me. I had been seeing angel numbers all day, starting with 111, 222, 333, 555. I posted the realization that, hello, the angels have been trying to get my attention all day. So I sat down, rewrote my notes, and they were definitely present during my moon meditation. It's funny because it was like a countdown, and I could just feel them saying, hey, remember us? That was my gentle reminder that the angels are always close, ready to support even when we forget to call them in. And during my full moon meditation, they actually literally told me to say that they are always here and they just need to be called upon to intervene and assist us. I'm taking a pause and I'm really feeling the beauty of all of these moments. The messages, the signs, the laughter, the divine nudges. These have been beautiful reminders that the universe is always listening. It's constantly matching our vibration, reflecting back the frequency we're tuned into. And when we stay open, curious, and willing to trust what comes through, we start to see the magic everywhere. So, I want to leave you with this reflection. Ask yourself, what frequency is your vibration tuned to right now? And what are you calling in through your energy? Once you have some clarity on the answers to those questions, remember, you have the power to shift your frequency at any moment. You can change the dial, realign your energy, and call in something entirely new. If you feel like this episode sparked something in you and you want to share something that has happened to you to show evidence that the universe is always listening, I'd love to hear from you. You can send me an email at hello@alignedandabundant.net, spelling out the word and. I'd also love to have you be a part of my weekly newsletter. It comes out every Tuesday and has all of my best offers for my newsletter subscribers and insight into my personal life, as well as all of the beautiful things that happen to me. And yes, it is not all about me. I am not sharing these things because I want to talk about me. I am sharing these things to show you that you have the power to control your life, to be the co-creator of your life. You have the pen in your hand. It is up to you how you use it. You are a beautiful soul and you are here for a divine reason and purpose. Remember that your inner light is always there and you just need to put down any masks, any facades, any people pleasing, to breathe through your inner divine light, because when you shine, everyone else has permission to do so around you. Lots of love to you. Remember, you are loved, you are safe, and you are divinely protected. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you again on Tuesday with a full episode. And a special reminder, if this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who could use a reminder that the universe truly has their back. If you've been feeling the pull for deeper transformation, real, lasting change that starts from within, I'd love to invite you into transformational one-on-one coaching with me. This is where alignment becomes your new normal. You'll get 4 90-minute sessions at an introductory offer of $600, designed to help you release what's holding you back, reconnect with your truth, and step into the next version of yourself, fully and unapologetically. You can book your sessions through the link in my bio. Just tap my link tree to get started. Your next breakthrough is closer than you think, and I'd love to be a part of your journey.